evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Suburban Proletarian. My name is Greg, and I am going to keep this intro super brief. It's like 100 degrees outside. I'm under a flat metal roof, and I just had to turn off the air conditioner to film this intro segment. So there will be some air conditioner noise during the tabletop. I apologize for that. I'll try to filter it out as much as possible. Anyway, I've been waiting for about 5 weeks for a package to come from Luxembourg, and it actually made it across the European Union and then across the Atlantic Ocean faster than it got from JFK Airport to my house, which is like a 3-hour drive. That took like 2 weeks. But anyway, I've been waiting for this package a long time. It showed up the day after I left for vacation. I just got home yesterday, and I am dying to see what's inside here. So I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to see the contents of this box when I see it for the first time. So without any further ado, and before I start sweating, let's move over to the tabletop and take a look at what's inside this package. Okay, so let's have a look at what's inside our package here. I really have no idea what to expect. As I said, this came from Luxembourg. The Citizen Promaster Diver, which is, of course, what's in this box, isn't even available, as far as I know, in North America anymore. So I don't even know what the European packaging looks like. I think that's everything. So here's the package. Pretty standard. This is a little bit different than Citizen outside boxes that you get in the US. There is an address there for Hamburg in Germany. We'll open the end here, and let's see, we've got an international guarantee in numerous different languages with numerous different addresses, and the warranty card with the dealer's stamp there. Again, everything seems to be marked Germany, but I did get this from Luxembourg. That's interesting. A Citizen booklet. I guess this is a quick reference book, and it's all of it in German. So that's kind of cool. What else have we got in here? We've got our inner box, it looks like, and we've got a filler piece of styrofoam. We'll set that off to the side. The inner box is a slide together job. Everything in German again. I guess this just slides out laterally. And there is the Citizen Promaster. And I did get it in the iconic blue color. And it's just nested on a little cuff in the box here. And there she is, and it is running, so it's working. And wow, that's really pretty nice. Nicely contoured case. It should be quite comfortable on the wrist. As you can see, one of the really iconic things, or the really distinctive things about the Citizen Promaster Diver is the crown at 8 o'clock. Kind of makes it look like a left-handed watch, but this is definitely not a left-handed watch. I mean, certainly a left-hander could wear it, but the idea of having the crown over here is to make it more comfortable on the wrist. I have had watches with left-hand crowns before. I've never owned a Citizen Promaster before, but it really does make a difference. When you're used to constantly being jabbed by the crown of another watch, when you have the crown on the off side, you notice a big difference against your wrist. Yes, I am pulling a Schwarzkopf, and no, I'm not ashamed And for those of you who are opposed to the Schwarzkopf, I do this in public from time to time, and I don't live by your rules. So anyway, back to this watch. It looks pretty nice. This is only a 60-click bezel, so it's fairly rough, but it's positive. It moves smoothly and positively. The bezel ring does line up pretty well with the chapter ring. Not 100%, it's pretty close though, but the chapter ring does line up with the indices on the dial. So that's, you know, that's one mark up from the Seiko SKX in general. The logo on the back of the case is just laser etched on there. Looks like there is a plastic protector screen on there, which I will be pulling off. I am not the type of person to leave stickers intact on the back of my watches. Citizen Promaster, Japan movement, water resist 200 meters. Some numbers, a serial number, Japan movement. What does the card say? There's the model number, NY0040-17L. Of course, it has an 8200 series Miyota movement in it, specifically the caliber 8203. So yeah, it looks really pretty good. Let's get some dimensions here quickly while we're at it. Case diameter, whoops, let's go over to millimeters. Case diameter is just under 42 millimeters. Lug width is 20 millimeters. And lug to lug is 47.4, 47.2, about 47 millimeters. And height off the wrist is going to be 12.3, so fairly thin. And it's not very heavy. I mean, when you compare it with my Zodiac Super Seawolf, it's fairly lightweight. Now, of course, it is quite a bit smaller. It's also a 200-meter dive watch, whereas this is a 1,000-meter dive watch. It's a lot lighter than my Deep Blue Sun Diver, which is also a 1,000-meter watch and which is built like a bank vault. But this is more of a light recreational diver. These are ISO certified as far as I know, so it does qualify as a professional dive watch. And so far, other than the bezel ring not exactly lining up with the chapter ring and the 12 o'clock index on the dial, it looks pretty nice. So the strap is relatively soft. It seems like it's going to be fairly comfortable. Of course, we have the no decompression limits table on the strap. A lot of people hate that. A lot of people think that's really tacky, cheesy, classless, whatever. I don't know if I would have chosen, were I designing this watch, to have put that on there. But it's been on the strap of this watch for several decades now, and it's really sort of a defining characteristic of the watch, so it doesn't bother me at all. There's, as a proper dive watch should, it's got some accordion pleating for stretching in case the watch gets hooked on something when it's on the wrist, to save your, oops, I have it upside down. I keep wanting to hold it this way because the crown is on the wrong side, but yeah, it looks very, very nice. It's a nice frame around the day-date window. Got the little Citizen Promaster logo there in red with the depth rating also in red. That gives it sort of a nice little accent. So, yeah, it looks good. But having just taken it out of the box, I don't really have much more else to say about it. So I just wanted to let you guys get a look at it as I got a look at it. And now let's go wrap this up.
So one little thing that seems worth noting, I didn't notice until this morning, is that there's a little piece of schmutz on the dial in between the date window and the handset. I don't know what that is. It's like a little piece of hair or some other piece of manufacturing debris. So that's not great. Having just bought this watch, I'm going to have to open it up and take the movement out because stop bumping the table with your head, cat. I'm certainly not going to send it all the way back to Luxembourg because it has a piece of fuzz on the dial, but that was rather disappointing. So anyway, now we'll go do the wrap.
So the Citizen Promaster Diver is an absolute stone-cold classic. This one looks very promising. I'm really looking forward to having a chance to wear it and form a better impression of it. And I will absolutely be passing that along to you in the form of a much longer review in the future. If you don't want to miss that, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way to help keep me here on the tube. If you're already a subscriber, click the little bell icon down below. That'll allow YouTube to send you notifications when I post new content to the channel. Like, share, tell your friends. All of those things go a long way to help me out. And when I post new content to the channel, I hope to see each of you here then. Later, guys.